This Pullman loaf bread or pandeme is so soft, light and moist, and it tastes absolutely delicious. To get this beautiful rectangular shape to our bread, we use a Pullman loaf tin to bake this bread. This same recipe can be used to make delicious dome-shaped sandwich bread using a regular loaf pan as well. This recipe is so simple and easy that we use only 6 ingredients, which are mostly already present in your pantry. So let's see how to make this soft and fluffy Pullman loaf bread in 5 simple steps. So to make this bread, we'll need some flour, some water, some butter, sugar and salt, and yeast as a leavening agent. So as the first step, let's prepare the bread dough. Into a bowl, I'm adding some lukewarm water, which is not cold nor hot, just slightly warm. Into this, adding the yeast and some sugar. Here, the sugar I've used is unbleached, unrefined sugar. That's why the color is golden brown. We can use a regular white sugar or honey instead. Then add in the salt and some butter. And now add in the flour. Here I'm adding the flour in 3 parts, which will make it easy for us to blend everything together. Add the rest of the flour in 2 parts and combine everything to form a shaggy mass of dough. Now transfer the dough onto a clean work surface and knead the dough until you get a smooth and elastic dough. While kneading, the dough will be very sticky to handle in the beginning, but that's okay and that's the way it should be. It will all come together in about 6 to 8 minutes of kneading. And after kneading for 10 to 12 minutes, you will see a dough will change its texture. It will not be sticking to your hands, but still tacky to the touch. The dough will be very soft and elastic, but still sticking to the surface. Lightly oil a clean bowl and place the dough inside it and wrap it with a plastic film and let the dough sit and rise in a warm environment for 1.5 to 2 hours or until it gets double in size. The rectangular shape of our bread actually comes from using this specific loaf pan and that has a sliding lid. We actually bake the bread with that lid on, so when the bread rises as it bakes, it fills into the corners of the pan on all sides, giving it that typical square corners. And it has 3 holes in the bottom of the pan, which allows steam to circulate inside the pan while baking. My kids love that rectangular sandwich bread and this lofting is a new addition to my kitchen. I love that champagne golden color of this pan and it's easy to clean as well. We need to grease the lid and the inside of the pan with some butter so that the bread will not stick to the pan and it will be easy for us to demold the bread when it's being baked. Now our dough has risen well. Let's transfer the dough onto a lightly floured work surface. And now it's time to shape the dough. Apply some butter or oil onto your hands, which will make it easy for us to handle the dough. Degas the dough by pressing with your hands and shape it into a rectangle. And keep in our mind that the breadth of our dough will be approximately matching the length of the pan so that it will fit into the loaf tin when we roll and place the dough onto the pan. Now roll the dough just as we roll a jelly roll. Pinch the edges and place the shaped dough with a seam side down into the loaf tin. And press the top to make it even. And then cover the pan with a plastic film and let it sit and rise for the second time. It may take around 45 minutes. We need our dough to rise up to 90% of the height of the pan or just under an inch from the top of the pan. Now let's cover the loaf tin with the lid, and now it's ready to go into the oven. And after baking, we'll get a beautiful golden colored loaf of bread, which is rectangular in shape, perfect for sandwiches. And if you want the crust to be more soft, we can brush the top with some butter and let the bread sit in the pan for about 3 to 4 minutes, and then demold the bread and let it finish cooling on a wire rack. We need to wait until the bread has cooled down completely before slicing. This cooling down process is still the part of cooking. The steam which is entrapped within the bread actually helps to cook the bread completely. I just want to show you the real texture of this bread. You can see how bread is so soft and fluffy, and if you like a bread with a soft crust and a fluffy moist crumb inside, then you will love this bread. Hope you like this recipe. Hope you will make this at home, and please let me know how it turned out for you. And if you like this video, please give your valuable thumbs up, and please don't forget to share this recipe with your friends and family who love homemade bread. Thank you so much for your love and support, and thanks for watching this video, and see you next time.